The voice inside your head is shaping your future every single day. Whether you realize it or not, your internal dialogue influences your confidence, your actions, your habits, and ultimately your results. Most people spend years trying to change their circumstances without ever changing the conversation happening in their minds. That is why they remain stuck in the same patterns, facing the same frustrations, and producing the same outcomes. The truth is simple. Your life follows your dominant thoughts. If you constantly tell yourself that you're not good enough, not talented enough, or not capable enough, your actions will reflect those beliefs. You will hesitate when opportunities appear. You will quit when challenges arise. You will settle for less than you're capable of achieving. But the moment you change your inner dialogue, everything begins to shift. Success starts with mastering the small conversations you have with yourself every day. Most people think success comes from huge breakthroughs, dramatic changes, or extraordinary moments. In reality, success is built on thousands of tiny decisions made consistently over time. The problem is that people often ignore these small moments because they seem insignificant. They tell themselves, "I'll start tomorrow. Missing one day won't matter. I'm too tired today. I'll do it when I feel motivated." These thoughts may seem harmless, but repeated over weeks, months, and years, they create a mindset that accepts mediocrity. Every excuse weakens your self-confidence because you're teaching yourself that your words cannot be trusted. Instead, start changing the language you use. Pop. I have to do this, with I get to do this. Replace this is difficult, with this is making me stronger. Replace I'm not ready, with I'll grow through the process. Words matter because they shape emotions. Emotions influence actions. Actions create results. One of the most powerful ways to rewire your mind is to become obsessed with keeping promises to yourself, especially the small ones. If you say you're going to wake up at a certain time, do it. If you promise yourself 10 minutes of exercise, complete it. If you commit to reading a few pages, finish them. The size of the task is not important. What matters is proving to yourself that you follow through. Every time you keep a promise to yourself, you strengthen your identity. You begin seeing yourself as disciplined, reliable, and capable. Confidence is not built by positive thinking alone. Confidence is built through evidence. The more evidence you collect that you can trust yourself, the stronger your belief becomes. Mastering the small things is where transformation begins. Make your bed, organize your workspace. Show up on time, finish what you start. Take care of your responsibilities without being reminded. These actions seem ordinary, but they train your mind to operate with discipline. The person who cannot control small habits will struggle to control major areas of life. Great achievements are simply small disciplines repeated long enough to produce extraordinary results. Another important shift is learning to stop identifying with negative thoughts. Many people assume that every thought they have is true. It isn't. Your mind produces thousands of thoughts every day. Some are useful. Many are not. When a negative thought appears, don't immediately accept it as reality. If your mind says, "I'm going to fail," ask yourself, where is the evidence? If it says, "I can't do this," ask, what if I can? Challenge the thoughts that limit you. Refuse to let temporary emotions become permanent beliefs. The strongest people are not those who never experience doubt. They are the people who refuse to let doubt make their decisions. Your inner dialogue should become your coach, not your critic. A coach pushes you forward. A critic holds you back. A coach says, "Keep going. Learn from the mistake. Try again. You're improving." A critic says, "You're not good enough. Why even bother? You'll never succeed." The voice you feed becomes the voice that leads. Every morning, before the world influences your mindset, remind yourself who you are becoming. Speak with certainty. Speak with conviction. Tell yourself that you are disciplined. Tell yourself that you are focused. Tell yourself that you finish what you start. Then prove it through action. Remember this: your future is not determined by your circumstances. It is determined by the standards you set and the story you repeat to yourself every day. Change the conversation in your mind, and you will change the direction of your life. Master the small things, keep your promises, and refuse to negotiate with excuses. Over time, your actions will align with your new identity, and your new identity will create results that once seemed impossible. Everything changes when you start speaking to yourself like the person you want to become. Most people spend their lives staring at problems. They analyze them, complain about them, worry about them, and give them so much attention that the problem becomes larger than it actually is. The result is predictable. Stress increases, confidence decreases, and progress slows down. The most successful people operate differently. They acknowledge problems, but they refuse to live there. Their attention immediately shifts towards solutions. They understand a simple truth. Whatever you focus on expands. If you focus on obstacles, you'll see more obstacles. If you focus on opportunities, you'll find opportunities. The difference between winners and everyone else is not that winners have fewer problems. It's that they spend less time talking about problems and more time solving them. This mindset begins with mastering the small things. Every day presents dozens of minor challenges. Maybe you're tired when the alarm goes off. Maybe your workspace is messy. Maybe you don't feel motivated. Maybe something unexpected disrupts your plans. Most people react emotionally. They say, "This day is already ruined. I don't feel like doing it. I'll start tomorrow." Things never go my way. Notice what these statements have in common. None of them create solutions. They only reinforce the problem. Instead, train yourself to ask better questions. When something goes wrong, stop asking, "Why is this happening to me?" Ask, "What's the best move I can make right now?" Stop asking, "Why is this so difficult?" Ask, "How can I make this easier?" Stop asking, "What if I fail?" Ask, "What can I learn?" The quality of your questions determines the quality of your focus. Your brain is like a search engine. Give it a problem-focused question, and it will produce problem-focused answers. Give it a solution-focused question, and it will start searching for possibilities. This principle becomes powerful when applied to everyday habits. Imagine you decide to wake up early and miss your target by an hour. Most people immediately focus on failure. "I'm terrible at this. I have no discipline. I'll never change." A solution-focused person responds differently. "What caused me to oversleep? Did I go to bed too late? How can I improve tomorrow?" One response creates frustration. The other creates growth. The same applies to fitness, business, studying, relationships, and personal development. Whenever you make a mistake, don't waste energy judging yourself. Use that energy to adjust. The goal is progress, not perfection. One of the fastest ways to strengthen this mindset is to eliminate complaining. Complaining feels productive because you're talking about something that's wrong. But in reality, complaining changes nothing. Think about it. Every minute spent complaining is a minute not spent improving the situation. This doesn't mean pretending problems don't exist. It means becoming a person who immediately asks, "What can I do about it?" If you can control it, take action. If you can't control it, stop wasting energy on it. That simple rule can transform your life. Another key principle is learning to separate facts from emotions. When challenges appear, emotions often exaggerate reality. A small setback suddenly feels like a disaster. A mistake feels like proof that you're incapable. A delay feels like permanent failure. But facts tell a different story. The fact might be that you missed one workout. The fact might be that one project didn't work. The fact might be that one opportunity didn't go your way. Those are events. The emotional story attached to them is optional. Solution-focused people deal with facts. Problem-focused people get trapped in stories. Mastering the small things requires emotional discipline. When your desk is messy, clean it. When your schedule falls apart, reorganize it. When your energy is low, do something productive anyway. Don't wait for perfect conditions. Create momentum through action. Action is the cure for overthinking. Many people remain stuck because they believe they need more motivation before they act. The opposite is usually true. Action creates motivation. When you start moving, confidence grows. When confidence grows, momentum increases. When momentum increases, results follow. This is why small wins matter so much. A completed task may seem insignificant. A clean room may seem unimportant. A finished workout may feel ordinary. But each small victory sends a powerful message to your mind. I solve problems. I take action. I move forward. Over time, those small victories build an identity. An identity is stronger than motivation. A person who sees themselves as a problem solver does not stop every time they encounter resistance. They expect challenges. They prepare for obstacles. They adapt when circumstances change. Most importantly, they keep moving. Remember, every successful person faces setbacks. Every successful person experiences failure, rejection, uncertainty, and frustration. The difference is that they refuse to stay focused on what went wrong. They train themselves to look for the next step, not the perfect step, not the biggest step. Just the next step. Success is rarely created through giant breakthroughs. It is usually built through thousands of small solutions applied consistently over time. Solve the small problems. Fix the small habits. Improve the small routines. Focus on what you can control today, because the people who spend their lives looking for solutions eventually become the people everyone else calls successful. Most people overestimate the power of motivation and underestimate the power of action. They wait until they feel inspired. They wait for confidence. They wait for the perfect plan, the perfect opportunity, or the perfect moment. While they're waiting, time keeps moving. The truth is that success does not belong to the most talented person. It belongs to the person who takes action consistently, especially when they don't feel like it. Action is what separates dreams from reality. You can read every book, watch every motivational video, and create the perfect strategy, but none of it matters if you don't move. Knowledge without action is entertainment. Action is what creates results. The biggest mistake people make is believing that massive action means doing something huge. In reality, massive action begins with mastering small actions every single day. The people who achieve extraordinary results are usually the ones who become obsessed with doing ordinary things consistently. They understand that greatness is built through repetition. One workout may not change your body. One day of studying may not change your future. One sales call may not grow your business. One productive morning may not transform your life. But repeat those actions long enough and everything changes. The challenge is that your mind naturally resists effort. It constantly looks for comfort, convenience, and shortcuts. It will tell you that you can start tomorrow. It will tell you that one missed day doesn't matter. It will convince you that rest is more important than discipline. If you listen to that voice every day, you will remain exactly where you are. The solution is simple. Stop negotiating with yourself. When it's time to act, act. When it's time to wake up, get up. When it's time to work, work. When it's time to train, train. The moment you start debating with yourself, your excuses become stronger. Successful people do not eliminate excuses because they are stronger than everyone else. They eliminate excuses because they stop giving them attention. One of the most powerful habits you can develop is becoming a person who acts before they feel ready. Most opportunities in life will arrive before you feel prepared. If you wait until you feel completely confident, you will spend years watching other people achieve the goals you once dreamed about. Confidence is not a prerequisite for action. Action creates confidence. Every time you take action despite uncertainty, you prove to yourself that you are capable of handling challenges. That proof becomes self-belief. This is why mastering the small things matters so much. Make the phone call, save the email, finish the task. Ride the chapter, complete the workout. Clean the workspace, keep the promise. Each action seems insignificant on its own, but together they create momentum. Momentum is one of the most powerful forces in life. A person who takes action daily becomes difficult to stop because progress creates energy. The more progress you make, the more motivated you become. The more motivated you become, the easier it is to keep moving. Many people are waiting for motivation to create action. The reality is that action creates motivation. Another important principle is to focus on execution instead of perfection. Perfection is often disguised procrastination. People spend weeks planning, researching, and preparing because preparation feels productive. But preparation without execution changes nothing. Done is better than perfect. A completed task creates progress. An unfinished perfect plan creates frustration. The people who move ahead in life are usually not the smartest or most talented. They are often the fastest executors. They learn while moving instead of waiting until they know everything. Remember this: mistakes are not the enemy. Inaction is the enemy. You can correct mistakes, you can improve strategies, you can learn new skills, but you cannot improve a life built on hesitation. Taking action every day also requires raising your standards. Most people operate according to their feelings. High performers operate according to their commitments. Feelings change every day, commitments remain. There will be mornings when you don't feel motivated. There will be days when you're tired. There will be moments when quitting seems easier. Those moments reveal who you really are. Anyone can work when they feel inspired. Anyone can stay disciplined when life is easy. The real test is whether you can continue when excitement disappears. That is where character is built. That is where results are created. Success is often hidden inside the tasks that people avoid. The phone call they don't want to make. The project they keep delaying. The responsibility they keep pushing into the future. Instead of avoiding difficult tasks, attack them first. Train yourself to move toward discomfort. Growth lives there. Every day ask yourself one question. What is the most important action I can take right now? Then do it immediately. Not later, not tomorrow. Now, the secret to extraordinary results is not extraordinary talent. It is the willingness to execute consistently when others hesitate. Take action when you're motivated. Take action when you're tired. Take action when conditions are imperfect. Master the small actions, because small actions repeated daily become powerful habits. Powerful habits create momentum. Momentum creates results. Results create confidence. And confidence creates a life that most people only dream about. The path forward is simple. Stop waiting, stop overthinking, and start moving. Every action you take today is a vote for the person you want to become tomorrow.